What's good, what's poppin'? It's your girl Zen, and if you don't know what this video about, then you better read that title again, period. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. As y'all can see by that title and that thumbnail, your girl is doing a story time on her labor and delivery. If y'all have not checked out that video yet, the labor and delivery vlog, real raw and uncut, make sure y'all click off this video, go check out the labor and delivery vlog, and then come check back into this video so y'all can get the full details. So I'm talking about from start to finish. So before we get into this video, make sure y'all hit that like button, make sure y'all subscribe and turn on those post notifications so y'all know when your girls in upload a new video. And without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, Zen Gang, so like I said, we finna do a story time today on my labor and delivery vlog. I just feel like y'all watched, you know, little snippets and stuff like that, but y'all ain't get the full like rundown or whatever. So this is what we finna do today. I'm finna give y'all the full rundown. I'm talking about from the moment I start having contractions till I push that baby out this vagina, okay? But while I give y'all a little story time, of course your girl gotta be eating. I don't just want to just sit here and just talk, baby. I gotta eat because I'm hungry. So I went and got me some Jamaican food today. We got some what is this, rice and beans with some curry goat, plantains, and collard greens. And I got this from the municipal market downtown. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but that's where I got it from. Let me show y'all how it looks. It looks so good. Show y'all. Oh, and what I gotta drink is a body armor. Alright, let's go ahead and get into this video, y'all. Let me take a couple bites. I ain't gonna care. I'm home. The plantains are looking good. Oh. With the rice. What's her birth on? Alright, let's get into the story time. Your girl gave birth on Christmas, right? I started laboring on Christmas Eve, right? So I'm gonna say I started laboring around 7 in the morning. Jayla texted me Saturday, December 24th, and she texted me at 6:38 a.m. And she said, I know it's early as fuck, but I'm thinking about our baby arrival. LOL, how are you feeling? Any contractions yet? At 7:41, I text her back because I had been up already, feeling some pains and stuff like that. So I text her and said, girl, blank playing, because I don't want to reveal his name yet. And I'm up because I don't know if I'm feeling contractions or what, but I felt pain in my pelvic area and lower back. Felt like a long period cramp. It lasted for like 30 seconds. That was like 30 minutes ago. I tried to go back to sleep but couldn't really go back for real. I just felt the same thing again a couple minutes ago and was like, I don't know if these contractions or what, but let me go on and write it down just in case they are. Hopefully they are, and it's not just me having gas and my shit boiling from that Panda Express. India also texted me that day at 12:08 a.m. which was way earlier than Jayla texted me. It was like, you in labor with a question mark. I didn't see it until the same time, 7:41, that I text Jayla back and was like, no, with the rolling eyes, which I didn't think I was in labor. That's why I told her no. She was like, damn, LOL. I was like, you and Jay asked me the same thing. I said, y'all know something I don't. I just found it weird that they both literally texted me that morning. I was literally feeling pains that morning. So maybe they knew, they just knew, felt it in their heart that I was finna have that baby within that day or the next day. So I ended up texting my doula. Columbia at 9:46, which is a couple hours after I had talked to Jayla in India. Of course, it's Christmas Eve, so I know she's spending time with her family. I just wanted to go ahead and let her know I was feeling stuff 30 minutes apart and they was lasting like 30 seconds, and she can plan her day accordingly. So she texted me back and told me to stop tracking them for now, which made sense because she didn't want me just sitting there counting all day and stuff like that, because she been through this before. You know, I could be having them and then it'd be false labor. So she told me to stop counting them and to go about my normal day, which I ended up doing. I went about my normal day. We went to the mall, did some last minute Christmas shopping. So we literally walking around the mall and I'm just having pains and stuff like that in the mall. But it was nothing too bad that I just couldn't, you know, bear and go about my day. Oh, I did something for my mama too. Oh, I went and took my mom to pick up some last minute gifts for the kids. So I came home. Columbia texted me, checking in on me, asking me how's everything going and stuff like that. So I was like, hey, I still feeling it every now and then, but they haven't gotten closer together or stronger as of right now. So she said, sounds good. I went ahead and wrapped these presents just in case. And she was like, I guess she'll go ahead and start cooking. So she was planning ahead of time just in case she did have to come over. Alright, so fast forward to later on that Saturday. I text her and text my doula giving her an update. I said, hey, just giving you an update. They are getting closer and stronger. It's been about every 10 minutes or so, but manageable as of right now. So she said, okay, try and get in bed early tonight if you can. They will probably pick up tonight and early AM. So when we text that was like 10:30 at night. So I took her advice because I literally had already been up all day, and I knew once they started getting closer and stuff like that, I wasn't going to be getting enough sleep. Man, I tried to go to sleep. When I say I was tossing and turning, getting up out of bed and everything, because my back was hurting so bad. Like, my back was really hurting real bad. So I'm like, bro, I'm trying to lay in, find some position to get in to where my back not hurting. So it was like in between them I was able to fall asleep, but it's like soon that contraction come, I had to get up. Like I couldn't just lay there. I had to get up because I was literally feeling it in my back, my lower back. So I would get like a few little 10 minutes of little sleep there, here and there, and then I would have to get up. I was on the bed. I was on the floor next to the bed. I was we got a couch in our room. I was sitting on the couch, laying on the couch, laying on the floor by the couch. When I say I tried everything and literally my back was just still hurting. So I knew then I was in labor. I just knew it. So I was literally in and out of sleep every 10 minutes for the past couple hours. Like, and Jessie ass just sleep. Luna following me around because she like, bruh, I know we supposed to be asleep. Like, and this girl just literally moving around, getting up every 10 minutes. So that's literally going on till about three something that morning. Just to finally wake up, because I'm telling him like, you gotta get up, because I'm like literally in pain and I need some like help, some assistance. Like I don't know what to do. Like I need something. So he finally gets up and we just talking, joking around, stuff like that, at the fact that I'm in pain and stuff like that, trying to make light of the situation. So that's going on. So at one point I just couldn't take it. Like we ended up calling Brianna and telling her, because when I first told Brianna I would have contractions, Brianna thought I was playing, but I really did it serious. So when they got like 5 minutes apart, that's when we called Brianna. Brianna came over. I texted my doula at around 5:40. I told her, pain coming back to bed. I'll try laying down multiple areas of the house, which I just explained, but that's not working. As soon as I sit down, I feel a lot of pressure and pain. I've been on and off the toilet trying to relieve some of the pain, and I've been in the shower 3 times to let the heat run on my back, which I was. Like during that time that them things was getting closer and closer, I was literally in and out the shower, like letting the hot water run on my back, because I felt like that was helping my back pain. She basically told me being on the toilet was great. It was relieving some pressure, because I did tell her that. And she said that she was, you know, heading over and stuff like that, and to go ahead and get Jessie to do hip squeezes with me. during my contractions. So we was doing that, which y'all seen in the video. We was on the bed. What's going on, son? What's going on, man? Hey, what's up? Hold on, y'all. Alright, so then, you know, we just doing hip sweeps, some cat-cow poses and stuff on the couch. I'm doing it on the floor and everything. I was on the exercise ball doing some exercises, some back and forth, doing doing hip rotations and everything on the ball. But it had not got to the point where that ball wasn't hipping, the shower wasn't hipping. Every time I got in the cat-cow position, that John hurt. I was just literally at the point where I just needed my doula, because maybe she could, well, I know she could find some other stuff for me to do that could help with my situation. Look at this greedy dog. So she finally came and we did a lot of different poses and stuff like that. Y'all seen me doing some, they call it spinning baby positions. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Mom like, you gotta stop eating, stop talking. See about your baby. I'll be back. Alright, y'all, so I am back. I had to put, feed the baby and put him to sleep, so he's in there asleep, and as y'all can see, I already ate my food while I was feeding him. So yeah, that's gone. So I'm just gonna continue the conversation where I left off. I think I left off where I was saying, basically my doula came, and then when she got here, we was doing different poses called spinning baby positions or spinning baby poses. That's those positions where I was literally laying off the couch. Yeah, a lot of people was asking me why I was laying upside down off the couch. It was another one what I was doing where I was like laying on my side and one leg was hanging off of the couch, like free legging off of the couch. And while I was laying off the couch, she was pressing my hip down. I did that one. And another position that I was doing was when I was having a contraction, Jesse would lift my stomach, stand behind me and lift my stomach up. That was hurting so bad, like, oh. But the reason why I was in those positions is because I was literally having back labor the entire time. I was literally only feeling the contractions in my back, nothing in the front. Everything was happening in my lower back, and that's why it was painful for me. I don't know how I would have been reacting if I was having contractions in the front, but the back contractions ain't no joke. Okay, she was saying that the baby was far up, so we had to do those specific poses to get baby to come down and try to relieve some of that pressure off of my back. But he did eventually come down, but I still ended up laboring in my back the whole time. My back had started hurting so bad that every time Jesse mentioned doing one of those exercises, I was telling him, babe, I can't. Like, if I get on all fours, it's gonna hurt me so bad. And I just kept walking around the house saying it hurt me so bad. Like, hell, I kept saying, somebody help me, please, somebody help me. Like, y'all, I just kept saying, somebody help me. And it had got to the point where I just said, I can't do it no more. Not even gonna lie to y'all. A lot of y'all keep saying, you so strong, mama. But Jesse went filming the whole time, so he ain't get the good part of me moaning and groaning to my somebody help me, please. I can't take it no more. Just gonna take me to the hospital and give me some drugs. Y'all ain't see all that part like this, because Jesse, when on his filming duty, like he was playing the game. And,
wow.
But yeah, so I was just like, I didn't get back on that ball no more. Even when I was in the shower, that pain in my back was not letting up. At some point, it got to the point where when I sat on the toilet, I was literally grunting. Like, every time I had a contraction, I was like grunting. I just kept feeling like I had to poop. When I was laboring, I did not eat nothing like that because I was trying to munch on some munched on a little few pineapples. So I was like, maybe I gotta poop because I'm eating them pineapples. But when I sat on the toilet, I would literally grunt, but not when the come out. At one point when I was sitting on the toilet and when I was grunting, I felt like a pop, like something popped or something like that. And then I felt some stuff like, well, I felt and heard some stuff drop in the toilet. So I'm like, what the fuck was that? When I looked, it was like some little stuff flowing in there, something like that. I was kind of literally in the daze at that point, but Jesse claimed that it was green, which is why when we got to the doctor, they was like, what's the stuff that was in the toilet, was it green? That's what they were having that discussion and stuff like that. Jesse said it was green. I felt like it was yellow. So at that point, that's when she called the midwife at the birth center, because I was supposed to have a water birth. If y'all follow me on social media, y'all know I talked about having a water birth, delivering at the birth center. That was still all the plan, but I planned to stay at home and labor as long as I could and then go to the birth center and finish off there. You know, she called the midwife and stuff like that, told her that I had been grunting for the past hour, and that I was in a lot of pain and stuff like that. So the midwife was like, she's 30 minutes away. So we was like, okay, well, let's go ahead and start getting dressed and stuff like that so we can go ahead and go to the birth center. So we started getting dressed and stuff like that. Just helped me get dressed and stuff like that. So we got in the car. That was the most uncomfortable, this probably ain't even a word, but I don't know how to say it, uncomfortably. The most, I'm just gonna say most uncomfortable. Okay. That was the most uncomfortable. That was the most uncomfortable car ride I've ever had in my entire freaking life. When I say I felt every bump, every lump, like everything, like, and I just kept saying, ooh, and at that point I just kept saying, I gotta poop, I gotta poop, I gotta poop. So we get in the car, so we head to the birth center. When we got to the birth center, they had this room called triage. They monitor you and the baby for like 20 minutes to make sure baby is taking labor well. And that's, at that point, that's when things start getting like going left a little bit. She hooked me up to the monitors and stuff like that, and I just kept saying, ooh, I gotta poop. You could kind of tell that they was trying to put me in different positions to where they can hear the baby heartbeat. A lot of y'all was asking me, like, I know you don't believe in people sticking their fingers and stuff like that, doing cervical check. I had been laboring for so long, and I told them I heard that pop and stuff like that, so she wanted to see if my water broke, which is why she ended up checking me down there, and my water did break. She said that explains why Jesse may have seen the green stuff in the water, because when my water broke, the baby's poop was coming out of me. She was like, and if that was meconium, it's the signs that the baby is not doing well. She also saw that I was 8 centimeters dilated. So I was literally at home laboring this whole time, and I hadn't got all the way to 8 centimeters. They was having a hard time finding the baby's heartbeat, and it would drop every time I had a contraction. So she was like, that means I won't be able to deliver at the birth center. At that point, I was sad because I really wanted to have a water birth, but then like my mommy mode had not turned on, and like that strong part of me turned on. Like I can't be sad at the fact that I can't have a water birth right now, because there's more important things going on. So when she kept telling me, hey, I need you to turn over this way, I need you to do this, I need you to do that, even though I was in pain, I kept saying I gotta poop, and I just kept saying it hurt so bad. In the back of my head, I kept thinking, I can't let my baby heart rate keep dropping. And I know when they start saying that baby heart rate dropping, the next thing they're gonna be bringing up is C-sections, and I know I don't want no C-section. So I gotta be strong mentally, and I gotta do what these people telling me to do and stuff like that. All that them digging at me trying to check stuff, I'm like, I know I don't like this type of stuff, but I gotta do what I gotta do to get the baby out of me safe and to still have a natural birth, even though I wouldn't be able to have it at the birth center. So when all this was going on and stuff like that, she was like, okay, so we're gonna have to transport you to Grady. That was another thing. I did not want to deliver at Grady. I wanted to deliver at Emory, and I even let them know during my doctor visits. They asked what was my preferred transfer hospital, just in case they would have to transfer me, and I told them I wanted to go to Emory. So when she said Grady, me and Jess kind of whispered in my ear like, I thought you want to go to Grady. I thought you wanted to go to Emory. I was like, yeah. So Jesse had brought it up. He was like, oh, but I thought, you know, her transfer hospital was Emory. But the lady was like, since this is an emergency situation, they have to take me to Grady, because Grady is more of an emergency type environment than Emory is. So
they had beds available too.
Huh?
She said that's where they had beds available.
Yeah, and they had more beds available at Grady than they had at Emory. My doula, she was also saying that, you know, Grady is cool. She had patients that went to Grady and stuff like that. So we'll be in good hands at Grady. So I was like, okay, cool. So at this point, we was on operation. You getting transferred. So let's go ahead and hook you up to the IV here. That way, once EMS get here, we could just put you on the stretcher and go. So, but she said she was pretty strict on me having a natural birth. So she said, what we're going to do, since the baby is still high, we're going to push while we at this birth center, and we're going to push until EMS comes. And that's exactly what we did. We pushed, well, I pushed some at the birth center, which is why y'all see me in that triage room. I know some of y'all was in them comments on my YouTube saying that's the smallest delivery room I know ever seen in my life. I saw that comment, but that's not where I really deliver at. That was just the triage room at the birth center. So I just was pushing there so we can get the baby to come down some more. Once I got to Grady, all I had to do was really push. Because she was just like, if I got to Grady and the baby was still high, y'all know what Grady gonna want to do. They gonna want to go and give me a C-section. They gonna say, oh, baby's too high still, and blah 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 blah, so we gonna want to give you a C-section. No, she was really adamant on me having a natural birth. She kept saying, I want you to deliver this baby naturally. So, and she was like, since you only 8 centimeters, there's still some cervix left. So when she was digging in me, she was pushing back that cervix so that when I pushed, baby could come down. And she was literally explaining that to me in the video and explaining to me what she was doing, which I like too, instead of her just digging in me and not explaining what the fuck she doing. And by the time Grady got there, they put me on the stretcher and they put me on the ambulance, and I had to ride the ambulance to Grady. So we get to Grady, they pushed me to the labor and delivery room, and literally as soon as I got to Grady and I laid on that bed, they was already like, come on, it's time to push. We're gonna go on to push this baby out. So that's when I start pushing. Somebody asked me how long was I pushing. Honestly, I was like kind of checked out, because I was in operation focused on getting the baby out of me, that I can't really remember how long I was pushing. I'm gonna say about 30 minutes. I was pushing about 30 minutes. The longest part was the head, because like I said, baby was still kind of high up, so we literally had to get him down some more and get his head out. They said I was pushing really good. Baby was coming out, and you know, I had a lot of people being supportive around me. Jesse was in my ear encouraging me. My doula, the midwife was in my ear, the doctors, everybody saying, you doing great, you doing great. That was giving me the motivation. They was like, when you feel a contraction, let us know when you're ready. They wasn't rushing me. That was on my time. They were saying, when you feel another contraction, we ready and stuff like that. I was even asking them, well, are y'all ready? They was like, you asking us, are you ready? I'm like, I'm ready. So every time I felt like I had to poop, I was like, ooh, it's coming. I said, ooh, I gotta poop, it's coming. They're like, all right, mama, go ahead. So every time I feel like I had to poop, baby, I start pushing and stuff like that. So yeah, that was that. I pushed, and then boom, the head started coming out. So everybody was like, okay, the head is right there, right? It's right there, right? I'm like, I know, okay. So once the head finna start coming out, I already know the 2 steps that's next. This ring of fire coming up, and once the head come out, it's just 1 or 2 pushes and boom, the baby gonna come out. So that's what I was thinking in my head. So when that head started coming out, they let me feel the head, like, you feel the baby head, right? I was like, ooh, okay. So they gave me a little motivation, like, okay, I feel my baby head, I done touched my baby head, so you know something, he almost there. So okay, so I'm pushing. Okay, boom. So now I kind of like got like a portion of the head out. So that's when they like, all right, mama, now this the part that's gonna burn. So I'm like, oh shit. So in my head, I'm like, damn, this shit finna burn real, real bad. So I start pushing. I'm like, So it was burning, y'all. It was burning, but it wasn't burning dead. Like, I felt that burn, but I literally just kept pushing. I said, I'm just going to get this head out. That way I ain't got to feel it. But I hadn't got out of breath in the middle of the head coming out. So it was literally like he was just sitting right there. And it was like that burn was just there. I said, if I sit right here too long, I'm just going to continuously feel that burn. So let me just go on and get them this one good push. So go on and get their head out. So that's what I did. I said, okay, I'm going to push them out. So then when I just went on and gave them that little good push, boom, that big old head came out. So the head came out, boom, the ring of fire part was over. And they said that's what burned, that's what hurt the most. So his head came out and boom, I don't know if it was one push or two push, all I felt was a little pop. And his whole body just came out like that. And then they put him on my chest. And then when they put him on my chest, you could tell he was kind of like struggling to breathe. Like he was like gasping a little bit, like he had something in his nose and mouth or like throat or something. So which he did. He had swallowed some of that meconium and stuff, fluid and stuff like that. So he couldn't stay on my chest long. They had to go and suction his nose and mouth and all that stuff like that. So because of that, Jesse wasn't able to cut the umbilical cord, even though we wanted him to cut. First I wanted to do delayed cord clamping. I was pretty adamant on that, but since he wasn't breathing good, they had to go ahead and cut the cord, which I hate really bad. They took him over, and then once they took him over, that's when it was time for me to deliver my placenta. So they got my placenta came out and stuff like that, and when they got my placenta out, they asked me if I wanted to keep the placenta. Now this is the part that pissed me off. They asked me if I wanted to keep the placenta. I specifically said yes. But my doula came over and she was like, hey, your placenta has a lot of meconium on it. So I don't suggest you encapsulating it. Because I was going to encapsulate my placenta and, take the pill. Y'all know me. I like to do stuff. Like, I like to do activities and stuff like that. And plus, I'm a content creator. I'm going to figure out something to do with that placenta. So I said, yes, I'm going to keep my placenta. Jesse sent Brianna to the house to get ice and a cooler bag. Get ice in the cooler bag. She literally left the hospital to go specifically get ice just to come back. And I realized they didn't even never put the placenta inside of the damn cooler bag. Like, I literally said I wanted to keep my placenta. And Jesse told me, but I'm like, I thought you supposed to be making sure these people putting this stuff in there. You know I'm out of the days and I got all this going on. You supposed to make sure.
When Brianna came back, I had the baby and your mama was there, right?
No, that was way after they had not cleaned. My mama didn't come till after they cleaned me up and everything.
Okay. What was going on around that time then?
They were stitching me up.
Brianna was leaving.
Y'all was sitting on that couch talking. You, my doula, and your mama. Not your mama. Brianna, my doula, and you. Y'all was sitting on the couch and they was stitching me up. Talking.
I don't even think that.
They set my placenta in a bowl.
I don't think it was them when Brianna got that. Now that I think about it. I
don't know, because I was on the table getting stitched up, and
I was checking on our son.
I just know that Grady snuck off and stole my placenta. For real. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. I told the people that I was keeping my placenta and that I was going to do something with my placenta, and Grady stole my placenta, and I'm pissed at that. Because I really wanted to keep my placenta, because I know they finna, I ain't going to say that. They might take my video down. But I'm going to say that Grady stole my placenta and I'm pissed. So yeah. Anyways, that was that. So baby was born, placenta came out, Grady stole it, and for real, bro. And I had to get stitches too. So I tore in 2 different places. I tore by my clitoris and by my anus. Like it didn't, like, my anus didn't tear, but close to it did. So I had two third-degree tears. Baby ended up being 8 pounds 10 ounces. So yeah, that was really like my labor and delivery vlog, like from the beginning to the end. Like everything didn't like go as planned as I wanted it to go, but I am grateful and thankful that he's here. He's healthy. I didn't have to have no C-section. I still was able to deliver naturally. I am definitely grateful for that, and I know that the birth center is still gonna be here, you know, if we decide to have more kids. That concludes today's story time of my labor and delivery vlog. Like I said in the beginning, if you have not watched the labor and delivery vlog, make sure y'all go watch that. It'll put most of the stuff that I've said in this video in perspective. That way y'all can actually see a lot of this stuff like in action for real. So that concludes today's video. Make sure y'all hit that like button, make sure y'all subscribe, and turn on those post notifications so y'all know when I upload a new video. I know a lot of y'all ready to see him, ready to see what he look like, ready to see who he looks like. Y'all might be getting that video real soon, but y'all gotta hit that subscribe button though. If y'all want to see him, I need y'all to get me to 1,000 subscribers, and I might drop a video and some photos on this channel. So make sure y'all hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch y'all on the next video. Bye, gang.